awesome shirt.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Thank you.
We need some of those over here.
We gotta hit Sony up. I barely got one of these. They charged me for this. No, I'm just kidding. Don't print that.
Are you going forward with the mindset that there will definitely be a season 2?
I mean, that's the way that Rick and I are looking at it. We're talking about kind of how much of season 2, how much of the comic books will season 2 occupy. We've talked about some episode ideas. So we're definitely thinking that way, and fingers crossed sci-fi will let us kind of play again. But we need the fans to just make a lot of noise on social media and kind of harass sci-fi for us in the nicest way possible, and just kind of push them, let them know how much they love the show and how much it's connecting with them.
Benjamin and Maria were talking about how shocked they were by some of the graphic kind of content of both the show and the comics. Mm-hmm. So as the creators of the show, what's it like, sticking with this horror, incredibly gory, incredibly sexy, incredibly, pushing the boundaries kind of storyline? How important is that to you in terms of telling the story?
Well, for us, it's just about balance. So we try to make sure if there is like crazy violence, that there's also super, funny moments as well. So the audience never feels like, oh, it's so violent and graphic that I'm going to pull out of the story. We try to make sure there's a lot of heart in every episode, that there's comedy, that the characters all have an emotional stake, and that we're not just doing gore for gore's sake, because that's not interesting to us. At the end of the day, the show lives and dies based on the characters and who they are to each other. And that's what's important to us. And then the violence that happens around them, it's a part of their world. And then we kind of see how they react to that violence. And we kind of try to explore, what ramifications that has for them as characters.
The finale, the end of the finale, played out a little bit differently on the show than it did in the comics. Mm-hmm. Talk about that a little bit and how it might keep us guessing fans of the comics going forward in the series as well.
Yeah, it's certainly something that we're cognizant of, is that everyone can read ahead and kind of see the major plot points, and we are sticking to a lot of the major beats of the book. We kind of look at the book as the Bible of the show, and we want to make sure that the fans of the book are watching the show and being like, that's what I signed up for, that's what I love, that's what I'm coming to the show for, and we're not disappointing them. At the same time, we also do want to kind of make sure that they're guessing, so there are differences between the show and the book. I'm not going to get into exactly what all those are, because it is fun for the show's fans of the comic to be like, oh, I didn't know that was coming, or I didn't know that those two characters were going to end up together, and that's a nice surprise. The main thing is that we make sure that we stay true to the tone of the book and the world of the book, and that we honor that. And then if there's, we'll find some places to be flexible in the plot.
When you're all breaking an episode in the writer's room, do you put the songs and the music that you might want into the script?
Rick is pretty much responsible for picking almost every song. It's really like having Rick Remender's mixtape playing. And so his process for doing that is typically after an episode is shot, he'll sit in his office and he'll play songs over the cut until he finds the one that kind of works for that scene. Some stuff is like, it just ends up in the script and it's there and it works, and he knows from the beginning that will be the song. But some stuff is an experiment, like in the finale, like the Whiskey River track over the redneck fight. That was just that happened. That wasn't in the script. It was just kind of an organic process.
Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Really appreciate you. Thank you.